Hello, and welcome to A Fan Reads The Star Wars Vault. In this episode, a really special edition. By the time Jurassic Park, with its ILM-produced photorealistic dinosaurs, came out in 1993, Lucas was convinced that visual effects had advanced to the point where he could complete his saga at last. He set an optimistic time schedule for the three movies that would comprise the Star Wars backstory, the prequels, as they came to be known. The first would come out in 1997 to mark the 20th anniversary of the initial release. But Lucas ran into the same problem he had more than 2 decades before. The script was a beast to write. Having the broad outlines of a backstory and knowing where he had to end up didn't make it any easier. At around the same time he was struggling with the script, another project crept up and took precedence. Lucas and producer Rick McCallum, who had started working with the director back in 1992, took a look at the master negative for Star Wars to see what kind of condition it was in for a brief theatrical release. Something that might work even better for the 20th anniversary. They were horrified to see the deterioration and degradation that had occurred in just 20 years. The once vibrant colors had faded 10 to 15% overall, and dirt embedded in the 6 reels of the negative produced scratches and pit marks that seemed like boulders and gaping chasms on screen. Some 30 people had to work nearly 3 years just to clean the negative frame by frame using sponges and a special chemical bath heated to 100 degrees. For some sections, where the original was just too faded, restorers had to use the original separation masters. They also worked on cleaning up The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, which weren't in nearly as bad shape. Lucas had an ulterior motive for the restoration. A famous filmmaker once said that films are never completed, they are only abandoned. He said, noting that he didn't have the time, resources, or technology available originally to make the movies he wanted, especially Star Wars. So rather than live with my abandoned movies, I decided to go back and complete them, both visually and aurally. Lucas added. Deleted shots were reinserted, old optical effects were cleaned up digitally, new vistas, characters, and vehicles were added by a new generation of digital artists, and old scenes were refilmed or new ones added the way Lucas had always envisioned them. When the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition opened January 31, 1997, no one really knew what to expect. Since the home video market had grown to be a major force in the previous decade, Hollywood no longer attempted re-releases of past hits for mass audiences, especially not in 2,104 theaters. But Lucas knew that an entire generation of kids had seen the saga only on the small screen, and 20th Century Fox television spots played that up by having the action literally soar out of a small TV set and fill the screen. So it was little surprise to insiders that the banner headline for Daily Variety on February 3 was Star Wars in Outer Space, Reissue Rewrites BO Book with 36 mil. The story noted that, across the country, in scenes reminiscent of the film's debut in May 1977, theatergoers experienced long lines and sold-out shows. This isn't a cult movie, it's a cultural movie, said an ebullient Tom Sherrack, whose unwavering belief in the special edition procured him a promotion to the newly created position of chairman of the domestic film group at Fox. The Empire Special Edition opened on February 21, while in an extraordinary move, the originally scheduled opening of the Jedi Special Edition was pushed back a week to March 14, at the urging of exhibitors who noted that the first 2 movies were still filling seats. Star Wars was on fire, and the world couldn't wait for more. That's it for now. Thank you for watching A Fan Reads The Star Wars Vault.